Well, welcome back. Ending America's longest war, the Biden administration announcing that all U.S. forces in Afghanistan will be coming home by September 11th. That marks 20 years since the 9/11 terrorist attacks. The Wall Street Journal editorial board out with a new op-ed, Biden's Afghan exit. In it, they write, in the short term, many Americans will welcome Mr. Biden's retreat as the end of a forever war. But the president's exit means he will have to take responsibility for what happens next. We hope it does not betray the great sacrifices so many have made. Steve Forbes, I mean, first of all, why choose September 11th? As a date to bring everybody home? That date.
It's a disastrous thing that they have done. First, announcing any kind of withdrawal date is wrong, and doing it on 9/11, which is why we went in there. Yes, we're not going to ever make Afghanistan an American-style democracy, but having enough forces there with our NATO allies to make sure the bad guys, the Taliban, don't get control of the country again, which led to 9/11, is the key. But also the timing of this, Mary, is a disaster. It's a strategic blunder. Here we have China being very aggressive against Taiwan, the South China Sea, Russia being very aggressive against Ukraine, Iran's up to no good again, and here we're going to withdraw from Afghanistan. What does that tell our adversaries? America's in a weakened state. So the timing of it is dreadful. It's going to be bad in Afghanistan, bad strategically and globally for our interests in terms of a more secure world. Sends exactly the wrong signal. I can't believe they're doing it like this.
It's extraordinary that he would say by September 11th, taunting. I don't know. I just was really struck by using that date, first of all, putting aside everything else you said. We also need to point out the fact that we're not seeing much of an increase in defense spending. We continue to see comments like defund the police, defund the military. Where are we on that? So we're bringing all of our great troops home, and we're not seeing an increase in defense spending expectations in the upcoming budget.
Well, that's you see it in the defense budget, which in terms of inflation is actually a decline. Again, exactly the wrong signal you want to send to the world. It says, rhetoric aside, we'll shake our fist if you do something wrong, but America's in the most weakened state, coming across as the most weakened country since the 1970s. Again, a major blunder on the budget side when we're blowing out everything else.
We're talking about a weakened state, Dagen, as China is rallying around Taiwan. Russia is rallying around Ukraine. The whole world seems to be testing this administration right now.
Right, and this is my personal opinion, but picking the 20th anniversary of the terror attacks on 9/11 shows that this is purely a marketing campaign on behalf of the Biden administration. This is a public relations move meant to burnish the image of the feckless and weak Biden administration. So what happens? It creates a vacuum in Afghanistan, that the government in Kabul will likely fall. We've got 3,500 troops in Afghanistan. It's a total of 10,000 foreign forces. The NATO forces will likely follow us out of the region. And the Treasury Department, which the Journal editorial points out, said in January that al-Qaeda was gaining strength in Afghanistan while continuing to operate with the Taliban under the Taliban's protection. So we invaded Afghanistan in 2001 to destroy al-Qaeda. They will be back, just like the rise of ISIS in Iraq, and our troops will be back. But how much carnage happens? How much greater weakness does the United States show between September 11th and years out?
Unbelievable. You're right. Wow. Spot on that marketing call. Incredible. 9/11? Really? Yep. One more troubling policy coming out of this administration.